Okay, so I've been asked to do a video for a short yoga practice to do in the mornings. It's a really nice time to take a yoga practice, but if you are doing this within the first half an hour of getting up, just be aware that as we sleep, as we're in bed horizontal for 7 to 9 hours, the spine rehydrates overnight, so that day of compression of the spine rehydrates overnight and gets that bit longer, more plump spaces in between the vertebrae. All that's wonderful. However, we need to just take it slowly in the mornings and avoid real extreme flexion, extension and twists. So whatever you do, don't go to your maximum. So I'd like you to just back off a little bit in the mornings and just let your body get moving nice and slowly. I'm just going to run through what I really like to do in the morning, what I think we can progress and regress how we feel that particular day. So it's rather nice to start lying on the mats. Well, you can take a few moments, take as long as you like, to tune into the breath, tune into your body, take a few moments to settle. So I'll let you take your time there. So when you are ready to move on, we start with the arms out to the sides, feet really wide. I like to have the feet as wide as the mats. And from there, we're just swaying the knees from right to left. So we're keeping the head and shoulders grounded. We're getting some movement through the hips and the lower spine here. You're moving at your pace, moving with your breath. And just moving to how you feel this morning. You can look in the opposite direction to the knees to get a little movement through the neck. And you can do that for as long as you like. When you're ready to come back to centre, I'd like you to bring the feet and knees a little bit closer. They can touch if you like. So now we're going to keep the lower body still. So the lower spine is still as we take right hand to reach over towards the left. Open out the arms, left arm reaches over to the right. So we're just getting a little movement through the upper spine and the shoulders. Trying to keep our knees and our legs still. Keeping the hips grounded. And then from there, open out the arms so we can hug the knees on into the chest. Take any little movement you want to there. And then from there, we can rock or push ourselves up to seated. And we'll come on straight over to all fours. When we come on over to all fours, if you prefer a cat-cow, take that. I really like a figure of 8. So think about keeping knees under hips to start with, wrists under shoulders or a little bit further forwards. Then just let the body move as it wishes. So we're going to circle the hips as we draw them back, and then circle the hips in the other direction as we draw them forwards. And it is your chance to really listen to your body and let the body move however it wants to. So I'm letting my shoulders move, my hips move. You could tuck the toes under as well if you wished to get a little bit of movement through the soles of the feet, a little stretch through there. And then take that figure of 8 in the other direction. You can even let the head move. Just let the body move however it wants to. Then when you're ready, we'll come on back to centre. We're going to find our downward dog. So we'll reach those hips up and back. Remember to keep the knees really nice and soft as you start. So we can press through the hands, draw the hips up and back. Knees can be really bent here. Then you can pedal out the legs. And as you pedal out the legs, again, let the hips move, let the shoulders move. Maybe get a little movement through the neck. And then when you're ready, take a little moment of stillness in your downward dog. And then we can bring it forwards to a plank pose. Of course, you can pop the knees down or keep the knees lifted. We'll lower all the way down to the floor. Now let's find a Sphinx pose. So we'll bring the elbows underneath the shoulders. If you find that you have a slightly achy back in the mornings, I want you to take the feet really wide. I'd like you to think about taking your elbows a little bit wider. Don't have the elbows further back, this doesn't help. Elbows a bit wider just allows us to open the chest a little bit more comfortably. So from here, press down through the top of the feet, press down through the pelvis. I really mean that, press down through the pelvis. That just makes you more solid in the lower back, makes you more able to find comfort in the lower back area. So from here, chest is open, shoulders are relaxed. Just be aware with this one if you have any vertigo or issues like that, just take it super slow, do what feels right for you. We're going to allow the chin to tuck towards the chest and then lift the chin up towards the ceiling. Carry on going with that tuck of the chin, that lift of the chin. Then we're going to look forwards. Keep looking forwards, stay in that Sphinx pose. Don't allow the shoulders to collapse in here. I want you to keep nice and strong in your Sphinx. Then we can look left to right. So all this is probably feeling great for you right now. So the bit about vertigo is this next bit. So I'd like you to let the chin drop, then draw left ear towards left shoulder, right ear towards right shoulder. So we're doing a little movement side to side. You could even look up a little bit more. Staying in that Sphinx pose. And then when you're ready, bring it back to centre, look forwards again. Take the elbows nice and wide, make this diamond shape with the arms. Just give your hips a little wiggle from there. Then we'll pop the hands down to the floor. We'll take it back through all fours into our downward facing dog. Take a few moments there. You can move, you can stay still, you can do whatever you want to. And then I'd like to pop the knees straight back down to the floor. Keep the toes tucked, draw the hips back to the heels into our child's pose. And as we take our child's pose, really reach the fingertips away from the toes. Spread the fingers wide. Push down through the fingertips and lift the palm of the hands away from the floor. So you feel this really lovely stretch right through into the shoulder blades. Place the hands back down to the floor, so the whole of the palms grounded. Then we'll lift on up to all fours. You can take the shoulders further forwards of the wrists if you want to. And then draw those hips back. So feel like you're pushing the fingertips away from the hips. And just take that a few more times. Taking it forwards and back. If you're feeling great in your spine, you can allow the hips to sink as you pull the chest forwards and look forwards. That might not be for you this morning. And then the next time you take it back to your child's pose, untuck the toes. Hold it there in your child's pose for a little longer. You might prefer to take the knees a bit wider here so you can sort of nestle into that child's pose. So you're sort of feeling like the belly can relax towards the floor, the chest can relax towards the floor. And from there you can take your hands over to the right. Maybe you want to place left hand on top of right, and just allow yourself to melt to the floor. So feel that stretch into the outside of the shoulder blade there, right into the rib cage. Then we can take the hands over to the other side. Of course, how far you reach is up to you. Then you can bring right hand on top of left. And then we'll come back to centre. We'll come to sit back onto the heels, bring the knees together. Kneeling is a really great thing to be able to do. If it doesn't feel comfortable for you, get a cushion, sit on the cushion in your kneeling position, or you can come on into cross-legged, whichever works for you. So from here, I'd like you to reach the fingertips up for the sky, drive the elbows down and drive the elbows back, so we're opening through the chest. Then we're going to reach it forwards and broaden the shoulder blades. Drive those elbows back, open out the chest, drive it forward, so we're opening through the space between the shoulder blades. Just take that a couple more times for me. Elbows back, then reach it forwards. And then when you're ready, reach those fingertips back up for the sky, reach up. And lower the hands down. You can roll the shoulders back a few times. And when those shoulders roll back and down, hold it there. And from there, you should be ready to get on with your day.